On the acting side of things, it's different, you know. You get to go into these worlds and transform and tell these stories, and, you know, age is, you know, not your enemy.
Welcome to The Well. I'm Anson Mount. Last week we had an interview with hip-hop artist, actor, and businessman Alvin Joiner, also known as Xzibit. Regular listeners to this podcast will know that quite often we have extra tape that didn't quite fit into the overall episode, but that we still feel is worth being heard. Now, in the last episode, we focused a lot on Xzibit's rise to fame as a rapper, but since then, X has carved a place for himself in the film and TV world as well. So, I thought it would be interesting to ask him about the differences between those two worlds. This part picks up with me explaining my line of inquiry to my co-host, Brandon Edgens.
Anyway, I'd been wanting to get around to asking him how he found his way into acting from rapping. And as you know, a lot of people make that leap, and you'll hear me struggling not to come off as a stuck-up New York trained theater guy, and it's just worse. I sound like an idiot. Hold on. Working to be a better writer every day. Did that help to inform your sense of story structure in filmmaking, or was there a learning curve to get into drama? Do you know what I'm saying?
Acting is nothing like rapping.
God bless him. He was so patient with me.
Rapping is not your friend in acting. It is not. It doesn't help with the memorization. It doesn't help with none of that. It's two different animals. If you try to use what I use to make songs in acting, you end up saying it in a rhythm. And you always say it the same way. And it's not about that. So you have to be able to match the energy and the emotion that the person in the scene is giving to you. So if you one beat and you remembered your lines and it goes to a pattern, it goes like this, then I'm gonna say the line every time when I come through the line like this. Every time you have no room to do anything, you know? So it's not your friend. You don't use those skills to do this. You know what I'm saying?
So that's how I did all of Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
but so was there a learning curve then?
It was because when I first got offered to do, the first thing I ever got was an offer. So that should tell you right off the bat. I was like, but I never acted in a movie before. Oh, that's all right.
Right. Yeah.
No, okay, so something's wrong.
Sure,
here.
Anybody can.
Yeah. Oh man, you knocked this out of the breeze.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, exactly. No, you can't. No, that's number one rule of acting is don't be yourself.
Right. Alvin's first movie came to him as an offer. In other words, X didn't have to audition. The studio just called up his agents with the offer and asked if X would do it.
It was Ice Cube's XXX2.
And you remember how I explained that Alvin goes all in? Mm-hmm. Well, a strength in one situation can be a weakness in another. They sent over the contract and he signed it. And then the realization sets in.
And so I was like, oh, this is really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this is really bad. Mm-hmm. So they'll give you enough room to hang yourself or pull yourself up. Mm-hmm. And I've never been one to like sit back and be okay with something.
So he hires a coach, and a good one. It's a veteran acting teacher by the name of Catlin Adams. How did she begin the process with you?
She didn't let me walk around.
How so?
Well, first of all, when I first met her, I had to do I knew I had to do a line for, I think I was auditioning for Gridiron Gang. We didn't even go over any like lines or any kind of acting or anything. It was just there talking about my personal, right? And what she was doing was she was looking at the things that I was saying and seeing when I was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And seeing what really got my emotions going, and seeing when I was laid back, and seeing when I thought it was cool. And you know, she was listening to what I was saying, but she was really seeing what that felt like. What do I feel like, and whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And so then she's like, okay, well, we'll pick this up tomorrow. Then we came back, and they said, okay, today we're gonna work. And then I took this in. I had rehearsed. I was ready. I was ready.
Yeah.
And so I started reading the lines, and she says, "No." I was like, yeah, I just said it the way I thought it sounded fantastic. I mean, she's like a 70-pound Jewish woman. You know what I'm saying? Just not taking no shit. I know if you're talking to this, if you're saying this, then you need to cross that name out and you need to say this. Because you're talking to this person. This sounds like this scene is directly connected to something that you told me about yesterday and you didn't say it that way. I was like, and then I was like, okay. So then I would cross the name out, and then the emotion came to it because I wasn't thinking about the paper. I wasn't thinking about the paper. I was thinking about that person. And then I was able to bring that emotion to it that she was looking for. And from there, that's when I knew the difference between rapping and acting. It's two different things. Everybody thinks they can do it. Until you get your in front of a camera.
So I asked him how it went when he actually had to go and do the movie. Were you able to glean anything from Cube?
Yeah, he told me not to move my hands so much on the steering wheel because it looked like Batman, the TV show. Yeah.
You doing that thing? Yeah. I was wondering why the car wasn't working when people were doing that.
He was like, "Hey, when you drive, you really be moving the car like that?" It's like, "No." He said, "Yeah, you usually keep your hands still, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "That's what you need to do." He was like, "Yeah, you making it. You. It's like Batman, like the TV show." I was like, "Yeah, you're right." Because when I am driving, your hands are more still than anything because you're keeping it straight and you only move it when you turn it. So it's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you think, like I said, everybody think they can do it, you know? But it's not until you get there and really see what it is and work at it and work at it and work at it and work at it. And still, you know, even though you've worked at it for a long time, you still can get better.
Is the expectation of professionalism at the same level in the music industry?
No.
Really?
No, people bring their bull to the office. That won't fly when you're working with networks and studios. You know, they may accept it from certain people, but that if you trying to get on, yeah, good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we don't give a what's going on in your personal life. All right, get your to the set and get down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put you in this place, you know, for so you can do your thing. You know, don't come here and bring your bull to the table. We're not here for that. You know, I really believe, you know, when I go to do something, you know, even if it's something that I don't agree with, there's a time and place for everything. You know, I'm not gonna somebody's cornflakes in the middle of a production because my grapes aren't in my trailer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
So that's what I've been doing wrong.
Did you have any especially fond memories of acting opposite of him in SEAL Team 6?
Yeah, it was a long, tough, difficult, cold shoot.
Yes, and by the way, we were all felt much safer at night knowing you were out there pretending to protect us.
Well, towards the end of the production, you know, we were doing all the storming on the Bin Laden stronghold, and this building had been built just for this purpose. So our military advisor was trying to drill into us how you go into a situation like this and you just establish control immediately. And he was like, can you just go, just break? And X and I were like, and Freddie Rodriguez too, were like, all right, let's see who can break the most shit. And we're so tired, and it was like 3:30 in the morning, and we're like, good. And like, we're literally putting our feet through walls and getting stuck, and we look like idiots.
If you liked this episode, make sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you download your podcasts. And while you're there, do us a favor, give us a review. Reviews help us by helping more people find our show. The Well is produced, recorded, and edited by Brandon Edgens and myself, Anson Mount. Theme music by Jonathan Myberg. Extra music for this episode was provided by Komiku. Special thanks to Xzibit for letting me come over and bug him like I usually do, only this time with a microphone in his face. Thanks, X. And thanks to you, our listeners. If you'd like to keep up to date with The Well, or just hear about all the crazy and seemingly pointless things we're up to, go to our website, thewellpod.com. That's thewellpod.com, and sign up for our newsletter. Have a great week, everyone.